All right, I hope this audio works out good. This right here is going to be about the real gateway drug. Now, I've made it no secret. I've smoked marijuana, and I inhaled. I mean, it's been a long while. I mean, I didn't have any gray back then. I wasn't this big. So, uh, anyway, you know, you say, why did you stop for? Well, I had a job that required regular drug testing. I had a choice: drive truck, smoke dope. Guess what? I drove truck. That's how I got this big. I was sitting on my butt all day, eat, sleep, and drive. Eat, sleep, and drive. And I also got big and messed up my back, and knees, and all like that. Anyhow, this is about the real gateway drug. It's the lies we tell our children. Now, you may look at that. Well, I don't lie to my children. Well, wait a minute. You tell them it started out with me. This is how it started. Well, lie number one, of course, was Santa Claus. I found out first that was a lie. My parents said some fat guy in a red suit came down the chimney and left all those presents under the tree. Well, later on, I found out, well, that was really mom and dad. Well, not knowing that there wasn't no Santa Claus didn't break my heart so much as knowing that my parents lied to me about it. All right. So then it wasn't nothing for me to say, well, the Easter Bunny and all that crap, too. So, anyhow, uh, probably, I don't know. I was probably around 11, 12, maybe 5th, 6th grade, 7th grade, when me and my cousin decided, well, we'd go swipe some cigarettes from his mom, which smoked too, and my dad smoked, but it was bad for you. Don't smoke this, it's bad for you. But they smoked it. So we figured, well, our parents lie about a lot of stuff, so let's go try the cigarettes. Well, I didn't immediately become addicted to cigarettes because we coughed our heads off and, it's pretty bad. It wasn't until later in high school that I really started. No, I think it was about 8th grade or so. We used to go out to the out back of the grade school and sneak out with our friends and smoke cigarettes because that was cool. Our parents did it. Why not? It was cool. They did it. They also drank. They had their whatever drink was. Now that's one thing I never could get the taste of was that like drinking straight whiskey. I mean, to this day, it's bleh. But I did start drinking it because of the effect it gave me. So I'd mix it and chase it and, take a swig and chase it to get the taste out of my mouth. But anyway, the second thing I did was alcohol. And, they lied about the cigarettes, so they lied about Santa Claus. Why wouldn't they lie about alcohol? Well, I get to high school. And friends are smoking dope. They're not dying. Their brains ain't fried. I mean, they're doing the same old stuff, as before. I mean, they're not dying, falling dead like rats, like I was told marijuana was going to do. Make you crazy? Just didn't happen. So I figured, oh, here's another lie. So what did I do? Go ahead, smoke some marijuana. It was okay. So I figured, well, I've been lied to about this. I've been lied to about that. What else have we been lied to? So after high school, I think probably around Air Force time, cocaine. I've been lied to about all the rest. I've seen people do cocaine. They didn't die. But it was supposed to be the most addictive drug ever. If you ever do it once, you're addicted to it. That's another lie. Because we got someone that did it. And at the time, I think it was like $100 a gram or something like that. And all it did was it was like taking a real big Afrin and a couple of NoDoz all at once, but it only lasted 20 minutes. So, it was like, okay, I threw that one in the garbage pile as a worthless drug because I'm not going to pay that much for something that gives you 20 minutes worth of buzz and Then you're all stopped up again, and it's like, okay, forget that one. That went in the garbage heap. Next, did some LSD. First time I did it, I mean, it was great. I had a smile plastered on my face till it hurt. A couple of times down the road, it was like, bad trip, thought I had died. I mean, I'm just sweating all over and died. So that one went in the garbage heap of, I don't want to feel like that. Anyway, I never could get over sticking myself with a needle. It was like, even tattooing myself, it was like, I know this is fixing to hurt, so I can't bring myself to do it. Now, accidentally, I mean, I went through glass doors and broken bones and stuff like that. But that was accident. I didn't know it was coming. It's like if I knew it was coming, I didn't like it. So, anyway, don't lie to your children. Don't give them things and take it away. If you're going to use something as a punishment, like an Xbox, never buy your children an Xbox. Buy it for yourself and allow them to use it. That way, when you take it away, you're taking away your Xbox, your television. If you buy your children an Xbox, you can't take it away. You can't give something to somebody and then take it away. That's another lie. So if you buy some toys or something, you're going to ever lord over them as a punishment. Well, you can't play with this if you don't do this. Well, don't give it to them. You tell them, this is your toy, and I'll let you play with it. And if you're bad, I'll take my toy back. That's more logical. That's not a lie. That way it's your toy, and I'm going to take it away from you. Kind of way the state does with your driver's license. Driver's license ain't yours. It belongs to the state. Yeah, it's a privilege. Yeah, it's your privilege. They're letting you drive around and go to work. They allow that. It's your privilege to go to work. And if you don't behave the way they see fit, they can take that privilege away from you. You can't go to work and feed your family anymore. Wait a minute. That would be slavery almost, wouldn't it? Anyway. So what I'm trying to say here is prohibition doesn't work. Now, I'm going to leave links to everything below. I mean, for a lot of research. Now, there's more. There's more than I'm going to leave below. You can go to the Israeli research. Over there in Israel, they got a whole research center for marijuana and find out that there's no reason that should have ever been made illegal. Matter of fact, for all you biblical scholars out there, I think it's Genesis, first chapter, verse 28 or 29. God put this stuff here. It may not have been to smoke, just like tobacco. I believe tobacco has its uses. Just that smoking and chewing ain't one of them. However, if you grind it up and spray it on mix it with some water and dilute it, spray it on your plants, the bugs won't eat your plants. Tobacco insecticide, homegrown insecticide. Oh. Now, why would you want to smoke insecticide? Anyway, I found it out. Cannabis plant. Hey, this is really an herbal medicine. The seeds from it have high nutritional value. Why was that ever made illegal to start with? Because some guy back, what was it, in the early 30s, the reefer madness thing, and this guy, he probably mad because prohibition on alcohol didn't work, so he wanted to start another prohibition, and he decided to pick on marijuana. That's prohibition, which brings us to prohibition. All you church folks out there, can you name one time in the history of mankind, in the Bible, that prohibition has ever worked? Think about it. We all started with Adam and Eve. They had a whole Garden of Eden. Only 2 people. The whole garden, the whole world to themselves. One tree that they wasn't supposed to use. I rest my case. Prohibition has never worked in the history of the world. It never works. This drug thing, you say if you legalized it, we'll have more drug people. Really? If we legalize heroin tomorrow, are you going to go out and get some heroin? No. We're still going to have a drug problem. Just like when alcohol was made illegal, violent crime went up. Oh, man. I don't think it was illegal to drink alcohol. It was illegal to transport, manufacture. So guess what? All these big mafia gangs and everything got up running moonshine, and the murder and violence rate, tripled till after Prohibition's over, and it went back down to the regular amount. Alcoholism, goes up during Prohibition. Prohibition over with, went back to normal. It's still there. Just like if you legalize all the drugs, the drug problem's still going to be there. But instead of building all these big prisons to put people in prison and ruin their lives, you say, oh, the children. What about these parents on meth? Well, you put the parents in prison, you're going to take the children away anyway. Right? The children go away anyway. Right? But you put the parents in prison, then when they get out of prison, they can't get a job because it was a felony. Can't get a job. There's no place else to work. They get depressed. They go back on the drug. Endless cycle. Einstein once, I think he didn't he say that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result was insanity. So Prohibition is insanity. Read your Bible. It's all there. Cruel and unusual punishment is in the Constitution. When you take people for a weed that God put on this earth, and you put them in jail, you call them felons, and they get out and they can't get a job anymore because they smoke some weed, which isn't bad for you, doesn't cause any permanent damage, and you classify them as this major criminal, the same as a rapist or a murderer. Take all their rights away. They can't get a job nowhere except working at Walmart. Guess what? You've made them a hardcore criminal because now they have to go rob and pillage and everything else. And that's what jail is anyway. Isn't that crime university 101? You go down there, we throw them in with a bunch of hardcore criminals, and they learn how to do better crimes. Here we go with more insanity. It's just insane. The war on drugs is insane. If you don't believe me, do your research, read your Bible. It's all there. It's all there for... Now, I want a full disclosure. While I'm making this video, the only drug I have done was had 1 cup of coffee today. So I have had a little bit of caffeine. No sugar, no alcohol, no marijuana. I can pee a clean test. No problem. But the war on drugs is just totally insane.